First robin of spring. It's official. Another sure sign of spring. Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, April 3rd. I almost said 2nd. Today's April 3rd. And we do have a birthday. Today is Patty M's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patty. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, Patty. I have to go to Lowe's today to get... What was that I had to get at Lowe's? Oh, Jim has a truck just like David's, and he has like this long pole that with a hook on the end so that when things get weighted at the top of the truck where you can't reach it, you just use this pole and it's a homemade pole. So Jim wants to make that for David, and he also wants to get him some straps. And then Danny's going to get vaccinated on Wednesday. He's getting the Johnson & Johnson, so he only has to get one shot. But we are going there for brunch, for Easter brunch, Jim and I. Jim doesn't get his second shot until Friday, but Jim has been going to restaurants all along, so trying to convince him otherwise. I've already reached my 2-week, which was this past Tuesday that just passed my 2 weeks since my final shot, so supposedly I'm safe. So we're going to go there for Easter brunch. It's just going to be Danny and Shannon and the boys, and Shannon's mother, and Sebastian and Oliver, and then just Jim and I. So it's a small little gathering. We're still going to sit distantly, and but I am going to hug. I know I'm not a hugger, but I am going to hug because I feel confident that the vaccine's going to work for me. I really do. So, but I showed you at the beginning the opening clips I went for my walk. Obviously, that's why I'm outside. I saw a neighbor that I sat and chat with for a little bit. She was missing me because she's a runner, and she says, I haven't seen you out for the whole month of March, and I know that the weather doesn't keep you from going. I said, yeah, sheer laziness. No other excuse, just sheer laziness. And she said, well, I'm glad to see you back out. And then we just talked about Easter and things like that. She's going to go to her services today. I told her I'm just going to watch my YouTube services, but then starting next Sunday, I think I'm going to start going back to the actual church, because I still want to receive the Eucharist. I haven't received that since March 8th. March 8th is still, and I've never gone that long without getting the Eucharist. So I'm looking forward to that. I am one of the Catholics that only believes you go to confession if you commit a mortal sin. I don't think that because I've missed Mass physically for the year that counts as a mortal sin. I don't think I've committed any mortal sins, and I'll just say a really good act of contrition before I go. And I really do think talking to God, which when you talk to the priest, you're talking to God anyhow. So I'm just going to I'm going to skip the middleman. I'm going to go right to the head guy. So that's my plan for starting next week. And then, like I said, I walked 1.5 miles today. I didn't walk my whole 2 miles. I just walked 1.5 miles. I just had to get back into the groove of walking. But I also would like you to keep in your prayers Andrew. Had an exposure to COVID, and so he's in isolation now. And I can so relate. I don't like being alone, and neither does he. And so it makes it hard. It's one thing to just be home alone for the day. Even that's hard for me sometimes. But just to know that you can't have contact with somebody else deliberately, you can't. It makes it a little bit more difficult. So keep Andrew in your prayers that when he takes his test on Thursday, that it'll come back negative. That he really, even though he was exposed, he didn't catch it. So, and then also, if you can remember Kim's grandson RJ, who's been hospitalized, if you can remember him, I appreciate that too. So, like I said, I'm back on track. One of my things to get me back on track is to get back to my walking. Once again, not to lose weight, but just to get my mindset going for the day. It puts me in the right frame of mind as far as knowing you started the day off doing something right. Why are you going to mess it up by doing something wrong? That's my thought. That's how I think. But when I was going through my comments last night, I didn't answer them. I go through them really quickly, and then usually before I go to bed or when I first wake up in the morning. But I went for my walk instead this morning. I answer my comments. But I noticed that Tina Tedder had a loss this week, and so I want to make sure I got it right. Her total loss so far is 127.6 pounds. Tina Tedder, Tedder. Tina, you are my inspiration today. You were one of the main reasons I got up and walked today. Also, when I was on Facebook, I saw Kim Bedgood. She's lost almost 150 pounds. I mean, I could start naming people that have lost over 100 pounds, but then, I just would be I am a little envious, but you know what? They did the work, and I haven't done the work, and so I can't complain. But I am doing the work now, starting in April. And I just learn from my mistakes. Use me as an example that, like just little things that you stop doing on a daily basis get easier and easier to avoid the longer you put them off. So if tracking is your issue, stop putting it off, because like you think, well, I just won't track for this meal, and then that meal leads to, well, I just won't track for this day, and then that leads to, well, I won't track this week, and then the next thing you know is you're not tracking at all. So mine was like, I'm just not going to walk today. And what led to the next day thinking, this is kind of nice just laying in the bed. I'll walk tomorrow. And I went almost the whole month of March not walking. I could probably count in one hand how many times I walked in March, and I always walk almost every single day in March. So it's easy to slip out of the habit. So if you learn anything from me, learn how easy it is to fall out of a good habit and slip into a bad habit. And we don't want to do that. So, but I'm willing to trust the plan that I have. It's going to be difficult for me to get my walks in every day in April, because in Michigan, April showers bring May flowers. And so we get a lot of rain. And our forecast calls for the next 6 days getting rain. So I'm going to have to fit it in between raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Oh, how pretty. There's a dove there. And she flew away because she said, "You're going to sing, aren't you?" So she flew away. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to make my very best effort in April to get back on track. Completely tracking 100%. Not just what I want to track, but everything that I eat kind of track. And just go on from there. Once again, I'm going to show you my food today. I really haven't decided what I'm going to have today, so it'll be a surprise to both of us. I was going to make a menu, do a menu for the week, and although it does work for me, I don't like being that restrictive. That's just not who I am. So, but I know I could change it up, and just because I write it down doesn't mean I have to have it exactly how I did, because I know that a lot of people make menus and then they switch them around. But I just think if I get up in the morning and plan my meals for that day, what I'm thinking I want, it'll work for me. So I get 23 points because I'm on the blue plan, and I plan on staying within my 23 points today. It's Saturday. I'm going to try to go a little bit under, because I'm going to have my Easter bunny tomorrow, which is going to put me over. Not really, because I'm going to use my weeklies for my bunny. So we'll go from there. Okay, the next time you see the video, which will be in a matter of like that, will be my breakfast. Okay, for breakfast, we're going to have something a little bit different than I normally have. Today is Saturday, April 3rd. I started my day with a prayer. My quote is, "It's not that I can't eat it, I choose not to." It's an 11-point breakfast, 0 for my scrambled eggs. I have 2 eggs, banana, and my tea. I forgot my banana. 4 points for my half of a Lender's bagel. 1 point for a Laughing Cow cheese. 3 points for my 6 ounces of Simply Light orange juice. And 3 points for my 2 turkey sausages. It's 11 points. I still have 12 points left for my dinner. For lunch, I'm going to have some of my 2-point chili. I'll leave a link in the description box below for my cook with me for that, and a sugar-free Jell-O with some water. So it is a 2-point lunch. So I have 10 points still left. Okay, I'm going to have a 10-point dinner with some stuffed shells and a diet lemonade. So it's 9 points for the spaghetti roll-ups, or whatever you want to call them, and 1 point for my lemonade. Well, earlier I had asked you to say some prayers for Kim's grandson. I meant to say her son, RJ. He's in the hospital. They think he has COVID, so if you could really keep him and Kim in your prayers, I'd appreciate it. I pretty much stayed on plan again today. I was like right on my points. I'd like to go a little bit under. I was hoping to go a little bit under today to make up for my bunny I'm going to eat tomorrow. But like I said, tomorrow I'm going to use my weeklies for my bunny and stay on track the rest of the day. We're going to Danny's for breakfast or brunch. And then I'll just have a light dinner, maybe a salad or something. But I'm going to stay within my points even with my bunny. So, wishing all of you a happy Easter, and I will talk to you again soon, probably tomorrow. I don't know. I forgot to check to see if we have any birthdays. If we have a birthday, I'll definitely be on tomorrow. So, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.